In honor of Eric and Boyd, we will only play one trailer, and that's mine. God forbid I put my banner up there. Oh, no. Can't do that. Hello. Welcome to your a week. It is Monday. At least that's what they tell me. Getting dark here. Just check the mail. No mail. Things that are on my mind, you wouldn't believe it. But we will adventure, I had a fun time to relay that to you. As time goes by. Had fun on the mic stand last night with Mike. Even committed to doing another mic stand tomorrow. Ryan James in the house. Hey Ryan. It's good to see you, brother. In the process of maybe putting a piece or two of you up, and I'll make sure you get credit up on the campaign. I will be on the mic stand on the 21st, the first day of winter, with Mike. Welcome to the show, my esteemed co-host in grand fashion, Shadowhawk.
Well, hello.
So I have committed to another day on the mic stand, and man, he must be booked up because he said, well, the closest day I have is December 21st.
Wow.
So
yeah,
glad to know he's getting some good co-host,
I guess so. That's good.
Yeah. Ryan James in the house saying, what's up, guys?
Hey, Ryan.
I'm working on the next piece for you, Rex. I hope you're going to like it. Oh, awesome. I did some resizing with Omer files of existing images I had to put up on the campaign. Haven't gotten anything except wordage up there, put up there yet, but I'll be putting up this Euphoria piece. I'll be putting up some Orion stuff that I've gotten scanned and stuff. Tomorrow is Elsie's wife's birthday, Susie's birthday tomorrow, by the way.
Oh, well, happy birthday, Susie.
And on Feature Friday this week will be Mark Silvestri. And I know Frederick Goumont wanted to come back for that, so we'll make sure he gets the link for that. And hopefully we'll see Texas Day tomorrow. Don't know what's quite going on with him, but,
Right.
And then, of course, the 24th, next Monday, we have Edwin Buzz Acevedo probably talking about his newsprint campaign that he's doing with Peter Simeti.
Excellent. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So we got him coming on. He's always a hoot and a half. Ryan says he's working on the next piece for me. I'm all a giddy all of a sudden. With knowing, with wondering what he's got in mind. Yeah. And, hopefully we can, push some things on the campaign. Push.
There you go.
Get going on some stuff. get into the final phase of the campaign. Shadowhawk. Now, I've been seeing things, and I've actually sit down and watched some of the YouTube things recently on us receiving $2,000, lower to middle income people that earn 100,000 or less, which I would definitely, be in that category. I don't know if you would be, but there are a lot of people.
Yeah. I'm not making 100 a year. I wish I was. It would make life much easier.
Yeah, and I guess that's
I
even
mean, I'm
with
doing all
Mama
right.
Hawks, right? Because a lot of beauticians make. Now I know that's not all she does, but you can earn some good money. I had a friend that did about
Yeah, she does.
200,000 a year.
Yeah. No, Mama Hawk was in just like a neighborhood type of salon, not like a big fancy salon.
Right.
She's still got customers to come to the house and get haircuts and stuff, but I mean it supplements her income by maybe a couple $100 a month or something.
Oh,
But
absolutely. Yeah. I mean,
but yeah, she's doing a lot better money wise since she moved to working in the bakery. So and she enjoys it. So as
yeah.
long as she's happy, I'm happy.
Did she ever bring any of the baked goods back from the house?
Oh yeah, she brings home stuff all the time, dude. Every time they get something
Yeah.
on sale or marked down or whatever, yeah, she's always bringing stuff.
Yeah.
Surprised I'm not fat yet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's trying. If a Spanish woman can't make you fat, I don't know. There may not be any hope for you.
No, I don't think there is.
You put in some high calorie stuff like pasta all the time, which I get. She doesn't like that much pasta. I kind of get that, but sometimes I crave pasta. I've been craving pasta recently.
But I mean, we eat pretty good, well rounded. Nice
Right.
3-course meals usually, and no, yeah, I would love it if I could gain a little bit of weight. I'm blown away in a stiff breeze right now, man. I'm fucking.
Yeah. Do you have much of an appetite?
It just depends.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, on days when my leg is bothering me real badly and I'm in a lot of pain, I usually don't have much of an appetite. So
yeah.
Kind of hard to enjoy your dinner when you're.
So if you were to come to visit me, which I will say, anyway, if you were to come visit me, what are 5 foods that you might like to eat besides fish? Of course, we could eat fish too.
I love everything. Pretty much pizza, ribs, steak, chicken, spaghetti. Yeah, I'm not too picky when it comes to. I like pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Barbecue, especially down by you. Barbecue is always good.
Yeah, I just wish I could find some really good stellar barbecue around here. It seems like the food trucks have the best barbecue around here, and I don't
really
catching them because they relocate and stuff. There used to be. Yeah, I mean, everybody in town is like, you slap some sauce on it and you call it Q, and I'm like, if it's good barbecue, you don't need any sauce.
Exactly. Yeah, it's gonna come out of that pit.
Yeah, if you don't see any, and I'm a sauce guy. Don't get me wrong, and I like a sweet sauce, But now I've tried others. I mean, there's. Have you heard of Couch's Barbecue? Because that's kind of like you talk about dry barbecue.
No, I haven't heard.
I'm not even sure Couch's is still around in this area, but yeah, that's been one, and they got a place out there, kind of close to where I used to go to church. Called JD's, and it's probably I don't want to say the best in town because, like I say, there are some food trucks that do a pretty good job with their barbecue, but again, it has sauce on it. It's I am still lamenting the loss of Hickory House in Wynn because that
right.
Yeah, I would take people. I would say you are getting ready to eat the best barbecue you've had in your life. And everybody I took there said, "You're right, Rex." I didn't get any complaints. I've had better. No, never heard that.
Right.
It
Oh,
was good stuff. Unfortunately, he sold out to this numbnuts that can't do barbecue whatsoever. He was ready to retire. He made him an offer, and I think he'd already sold it to family members, and they were kind of running it together in the last years. I'm just sorry I didn't get to have the finances or get the time to go down there more often. I think one day I and Mike or somebody went down there and it was closed, and I forgot it was a Monday or something. I don't know if that happened.
I used to have lots of good barbecue in Houston, man. There was a joint every couple of miles, outside the city, like all around it.
Yeah. So. Yeah, you would think we would have good barbecue around here, and frankly, I'm disappointed that we don't. And I went a couple of years to the Memphis Barbecue Festival. They're like, "Oh, Memphis got the best barbecue in the world, and Texas got the best and North Carolina's got the best, and Kansas City got the best." They all say the best. They're all different. Yep. There's all kinds of techniques and stuff. But you go to the contest and everything's being judged and you can't get any good barbecue. To me, that's a sucky festival. I don't care if there's music or there's a lot of rock and I mean, they got one stage and they had people on there like Chuck Berry. I don't know who else.
Oh, wow.
I went on Chuck Berry Day and I'd already seen him, but he was in his 80s by then, still performing. Yeah. And still doing the walk, across the stage and stuff.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, at 80, yeah, I think he was about 83 or something. Yeah. But, if I'm going to the barbecue festival for one thing, to taste some good barbecue, and you couldn't get it. It's sad. Hey, in the house.
What's happening, Brett?
Are you going to grill anymore this year?
It just depends on the weather. If it doesn't get, if it's not below 0, then, or below like 25 and windy, then I'll still barbecue. But once it gets down in like the 20s, once it gets down below 30, and it's windy and Arctic and all that, then I don't barbecue. But
when the lid is froze shut, it's a good indicator.
It just, like I said, really, I mean, it depends on the weather because it's crazy around here. We'll get like 2 weeks of subarctic, snow and cold and all that shit. And then you'll get 2 or 3 days that it gets up almost to 50. And I'll be like, well, shit, let's fire up the grill.
It's been upper 60s here today. Very nice.
It was about 40 here today. We've had the north winds the last like 3 days, just coming across that lake. Ooh, it's chilly.
Well, I must be a glutton for punishment because on the first day of winter, I'm going on the mic stand. So there's a double header right there, going on with Mike and first day of winter on the 21st. But I said, I'd be happy to come back. Give me a month to recover.
There you go.
We had a good time, a fun time last night. Actually covered Rex, the Undersea Adventure or something like. I don't know what it was called, but I like underwater adventure type stuff. I really do.
Right. Yeah.
And I rewatched in the last 3 days. I could have done it quicker, binge watching, because that, again, I don't think there was that many episodes in a season. Sort of that new thing, I watched Strange Worlds season 1 before it went off the rails, totally. I'll watch that again. And that's kind of like, if you think of the reason I'm bringing that up is it's kind of like submarine story, like the Romulan, we're flying blind, and then even when they're doing the Gorn and they have to, because you get to see the Gorn, not the rubber suited Gorn that Kirk fought, but they made these Gorn into some very predatorial type creatures that will kill you, very quickly
Okay.
and
That's
lay
kind of
eggs
cool.
in
Oh,
you.
so that's the new Star Trek thingy, the Strange Worlds.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That's the
Yeah, yeah.
latest, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't
The
sure what
first
that was.
season, not too bad. The first season, not too bad. But then I wasn't even going to try the second season. And even after the first season, I really wasn't invested in the characters that much, and I thought they kind of made the captain look like a goofball somewhat. I mean, compared to William Shatner in that last story, because he's the one like, because Pike is like, well, let's negotiate. And Kirk is like, we need to stop them before they go over the line, because they're going to perceive this as weakness, basically, position, and he's right. But very good last story of the season. Gothic Angel in the house. Oi, oi, Carrie. Hey, Rex, great job
Carrie,
on the Starlin episode. Thanks. What did you like about that? It was kind of like chaotic. I get it because we had Michael and Keith Gleason on. So it was a little bit chaotic, and we barely got to just some Jim Starlin. But I'll do another special stream about Jim Starlin and cover him more in depth, or wait till next year and do another Jim Starlin, because we didn't get to him much.
Right.
I think it's the Steranko episode I was on with Rex. I think you're right about that, Apex. Yeah. Shadowhawk, you inspired me. If you look on my Insta, I'm working on my own Frankenstein drawing.
Oh, cool. I'll check it out after the stream, Carrie.
I'm glad you enjoyed the Starlin, by the way, episode. We always have fun with Keith Gleason, though. He's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, Keith's good dude, man.
I had some funny lines in there. I'm sorry, but I'm like, yes, I compliment you and give you the back of my hand all in one fell swoop.
That's right.
I can't help but talk about your Kojak baldness. Well, you don't do that to Andy Smith. The hell I don't.
Oh yeah, we do.
Or Doc. Yeah. Yeah. Just Doc.
Too well.
Yeah. You don't know us well enough, right? But yeah, it'll be good to have Frederick back on Friday to talk about his favorite artist, Mark Silvestri. Actually, I don't know how I'm going to do this, to tell you the truth. We may have to delay things if I can't get back on X. I tried to get on X today and couldn't even get on X. Now, maybe I just didn't have the patience.
I don't know. Or are they making you do like the 2-step verification or whatever? Where they have to send a message to your email and then you enter the code or whatever. Is that one?
They've got Grok, and we asked Grok a question. I and Doc did after the episode yesterday. Because we messed with some things and nothing was working, and so we asked them a question. They're supposed to get back with me and be on, within 24 hours. So maybe they banned me altogether. How dare you ask a question? Now you can't even get on. Ryan says that Gorn better not lay eggs in me. He'll wish he was never Gorn.
Oh,
X will give you a 4-digit code of your making. Yes, I've done that. It doesn't work. Okay. Not for me. Yeah, I think Omer said today that it may be this very same thing in an increasing problem where like Chrome went to the mobile app. Well, maybe X has upgraded enough stuff with this new upgrade. it's doing the same thing where I can't read the messages that I get.
Shit. Yeah.
And see, that's where I'm
That's
getting
not
all
good.
the images for the artist on Feature Friday. So I don't know
You
what we're
might
gonna
have
do.
to switch it up. Go to Instagram or something.
Well, now I think I can get X and share X, and I'll check that out right now. I think X is one that I made improvements on my computer, and I did some upgrades today, as a matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
I think X, I can go through my other server of Fire or Firefox, whatever it is.
Firefox.
What was it?
Yeah.
Firefox, yeah. Let's see. It didn't let me that way.
Oh.
Trying to hit the app here. It sounds like you're in some pain today. Let's see.
Yeah, a little bit.
That.
It was a rough day today.
Yep.
Long day.
Long day. Yeah.
The end of the
You
day
weren't
was,
one of those, and you weren't one of those that watched the clock, were you? When waiting for school to get out. I was a clock watcher myself. I couldn't wait to get out.
No, I try to stay busy. It just makes the time go faster. But when you're in a lot of pain,
Yeah.
it's hard to stay as busy as you like. So it's kind of a rough balance lately, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm hoping I can
on
make it
Firefox.
at least half day.
On Firefox, I'm trying, and my provider AT&T says success. Problem resolved. Internet access available. Close and reopen all your browser windows.
Okay.
Okay. Well, before some of the updates go into effect for my whole computer system, I really should have rebooted, but I didn't have the show set up yet and had sent the links and stuff. Yeah. So I haven't done that yet, but maybe not. I can get on X through Fox, Firefox.
Well, hopefully you'll be able to figure it out by Friday, if nothing else.
By Friday, right? Yeah, and I did get, like I say, some images that I'm going to put up on the campaign, some artwork that I've had scanned by my designer, the printers. While she was doing the last cards we had printed up. Shadowhawk, I don't know. You've probably been too busy to hear. I talked about this once before, I think. $2,000 coming to everybody of the middle, lower income. And that's kind of been on my mind because that would be awesome, for everybody.
Yeah, that would come in real handy for Christmas time as well.
Well, some are saying that the 19th, but now I even saw one video on YouTube and it seems to be like AI, but now there's like AI people on there. One's a retirement thing. One's one other that I clicked on was, I don't know what it was, but it, had certain aspect to it, but it seems to be like AI generated type thing. And it's a dead giveaway when she's still talking, but there's no words. And then her hands are moving all the time like this for no apparent reason.
Oh,
just to keep it lively, and interesting, I suppose. But it looks a little manic to me. And the little Chinese guy, hello and mighty aspect, apex. I mean,
hey, Homer.
see it to
Good
believe
to
it.
see
Yeah,
you, brother.
Well, I mean, from what I heard was and you know how slow they are to rule on stuff. The Supreme Court had to rule on the legality of it. Now, even after that, they said, even if they rule against this aspect of it, there's other things the president could do to try and get this done, and he will pursue those different trade clauses or whatever, or this, whatever. Yeah, to get it through.
Right. But now, originally, when he first started talking about it, they were talking about $5,000 for everybody. And the Democrats lost their shit, and they don't want to give away the money back to the people. So now it's down to $2,000, which it's fine. I'll still take it. I mean, don't get me wrong, but
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, not going to return it or anything.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
I mean, I had heard that they had to rule on it, and I'm like, well, that may take a while. So I'm thinking 2 months down the road, and then all of a sudden I'm seeing things come out. Some of you may receive direct deposits today on Monday or the 18th. I think it said the 18th. Some the 19th was the first video I watched on it. But there could be some as early as the 18th get it in there. Some states are, there's, but I don't know, if they do it, awesome. I think it's great because I think the American people have, because of bad practices of the last regime, and I say regime instead of administration, did take a hit and are in a lot of cases still taking a hit, especially with grocery prices. Something some people are not talking about now. Of course, we're drilling a lot more, and a lot of this doesn't kick in till later. You just can't go from zero production to producing millions of barrels per year, just
Yeah,
like
well,
that.
it's got to be refined and everything. There is a
Oh,
process.
exactly. Yeah, there's a process from crude to straight out of the ground. But now the gas prices have went way down, at least by $1 from Biden's. Sometimes better
Oh
than
yeah,
that.
they're a lot better over here now. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it was
Yeah.
the last year that Biden was in office, it was costing me $40 a fill up on my car, which
Mhm.
when Trump was in previously, it only cost me like 20, 25. It was really empty. And
Mhm.
now I'm back to the point where I'm paying about 30. So
Yeah.
I'm saving about $10 a fill up. So that's not bad.
About the
I could
cheapest
live with.
I've seen it here has been 230 something, maybe 236 or something like that.
Yeah,
Real
we
cheap,
still hover
reasonable.
like around 270 to 285 is where we've been hovering around lately. So I mean, it's
Okay.
not great, but it's not
Yeah, that's kind
terrible.
of high for around here. That's kind of like our high, but not the highest it can go. I mean, yeah, I've seen it over $4, under Obama. As bad as it got under
Hmm.
Biden, it got worse under Obama.
Yeah, yeah, it
Gas
did.
prices
But,
and diesel
well,
prices.
that's because
There was a
yeah,
lot of drivers saying we can't afford the diesel to deliver stuff. Well, that causes a
right.
deliver. You got to keep the trucks going. You
Oh
got
yeah,
to.
yeah. The trains, there's just not enough of them to
Yeah.
supply the whole United States. We gotta
No.
have our truck drivers. I mean,
No, and then you got batshit crazy California, where a lot of truckers have to stop and unload it on another truck to get it into California because its cafe standards are so crazy and strict. They don't allow just any trucks from out of state to drive in.
right?
Their
Yeah,
their admissions have to be, correct. It's crazy.
yeah. Well, California's a mess.
Yeah, it is a mess. Yeah.
It's sad too.
470
It's
for
one of the
regular in LA. That's not bad for LA. That's
for
not
LA.
bad.
I guess that's not terrible.
Yeah, that's not terrible for LA. Golly. Yeah. But what's the highest you've seen it, Ryan? Probably under Obama. Because things were getting like about 450 or 460 something at the height, I think.
Oh, yeah, we were over $4 here when Obama was,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, he was actively trying to kill the oil industry, though. He was trying to
Oh,
force everybody
absolutely.
into electric
Under
cars.
no more coal plants. Both Obama and Biden continued with that,
Hmm.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous.
Uh, but I talked to one lady where not too long ago, about 6 months ago, she was saying it was $10 a gallon in New York.
Yeah.
$10 a gallon.
Um,
Oh no.
well,
I'm sorry. False information. she was paying $10 per dozen for eggs. But to
Oh
me,
yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
crazy. $10
Well,
for eggs. What
that
the
was
hell?
another engineered crisis. They went out and killed millions and
Mm.
millions of chickens for no fucking reason, claiming it was to stop a bird flu
Oh,
epidemic.
over
Bullshit.
$5 under Biden. Really? Was it worse under Biden than it was uh, Obama in for gas there? Really? Wow.
I don't know what I thought I just saw. Uh, 2.25 per gallon in West Texas. Yeah, that's good, Apex.
Yeah, that's Apex. That's in Lubbock where he's at. Yeah, that's good. That's a good price.
When I looked at it the first time, I thought he said 7.75. I was like, oh shit, that's high. But no, I just saw the number wrong.
Yeah, that would be high when if it was $10 per gallon in New York, ride a horse. Yeah. Yeah, my
Well,
bad.
the
Yeah, I
thing
had to
about
back up on that.
New
Yeah.
York, especially if you're in the city and not out, away from the city, you
Yeah.
don't really even need a car.
But I mean, you would think though, New York is everything comes to New York, right? If anybody's going to get service and get stuff brought in, it's going to be New York. And yet, $10 eggs at the when they were high here, like 6 here,
Right.
they went down to about
But we don't.
3, I think now.
But we don't
Maybe
really
I've
import
seen it
eggs.
2. You know,
We don't really import eggs though in the United States, right? Because of our FDA standards and all that. You got
yeah,
to, so that kind of, well, and Biden and Obama knew what they were doing when they set that shit up because, okay, you're going to drive up the prices for regular consumers. You're going to, cause, all kinds of shortages and what have you because of killing all these chickens. But then at the same time, you're not going to allow eggs to be imported from other countries because our standards for how the eggs are, laid and whatever are, so strict.
yeah.
So they knew exactly what they were doing.
Well, corn, we export a lot of corn,
Mm-hmm.
rice, a lot of these were number one in the world, but there's a lot of things we don't even like coffee. We don't do coffee. I saw some things on X where it showed what country does what, and we don't do coffee because you got
No,
Brazil who's number one, and these
we don't
others.
really have a lot. I mean, I guess you could have some small coffee growing areas,
Yeah, where you don't
depending
even
on where you're at.
register. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, you're not
Tobacco,
going to be able to
maybe.
make. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
not going to be able to make enough for a country. We just don't have the growing uh, potential for coffee. I don't
yeah. I
think.
mean, we have these little niche things that we plant every now and then, right? I mean, um, but you may not do a lot of it. You may just put a little section every year away to do.
Yeah, they
I
got
know
like
Dad
little.
used to do that. Dad did the most wild when we first started. He did cotton for the first 2 or 3 years. Mom had totally forgotten about it. Said we never did cotton. And I said, oh yeah, we did. I went out there and weeded it. I remember it. But that was just when he got started in
Huh.
73, probably 73 through 75. And I remember when Jimmy Carter came in 76, he planted peanuts. And one
Yeah.
year he had a small section of kale. Kale, I'd never heard of kale, at that point, at that time.
Oh, okay.
But he did try a few odd things like that through the years, to
Yeah,
grow
we actually
peanuts.
grew peanuts in our. My dad was big on. We always had a huge garden in the backyard.
Hmm.
Took up about a third of the backyard. And yeah, the one year my dad planted peanuts, so that was kind of cool because they
Yeah,
grow underground. It
I
does,
had it.
it's kind of
I had
like
probably,
like a.
yeah, kind of like potatoes or carrots or
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
rhubarb or turnips or beets, all underground.
right.
Still take up a
Oh,
lot of room, you know. kind of like soybeans, peanuts do.
Yeah, I mean, we only had a few plants, so it didn't take up that much room. But you got to have like a mound, like a little
Mhm.
Indian burial mound for your peanut thing. It's pretty weird. But we actually
I,
got, I don't know, good amount of peanuts right here.
is that for drainage? I didn't know about the mound. Is it supposed to be like sandy as well?
I,
Does the best flow moisture?
I don't know exactly. I was little
Okay.
when we grew them,
Yeah.
so I didn't get
Same
into.
here. I mean, I had a great uncle. I just had, said uncle, but he was probably my great uncle. And he had he had acres of like watermelons. We would late in the, around harvest time, we do hay. He did strawberries. We did green beans, snap beans.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
love those.
yeah, I mean, we would sit there out on the porch or whatever and snap the beans, and and string them, take the string off and the ends and snap them into
Mm,
sections. And yeah, it was a lot of fun,
I
when
did.
you're a kid. And the strawberries, uh,
Mm.
pick the
Well,
strawberries when they're ripe, we helped with all that.
yeah, after my dad had passed, I kept the garden going for a couple of years, and me and my friends used to just come back to the house, after going out partying and stuff. And I had salt and pepper and paper plates sitting out on the back porch under the, umbrella on the
Hmm.
patio furniture. Just go walk over to the garden, grab a tomato, grab an apple, grab whatever, fresh right off the vine, and just eat
Yeah,
them right there.
yeah.
That's good stuff.
I remember there was a ditch, and I mean, for years, decades, it was still there. It didn't to prevent drainage. They had like cutout patterns for shoes. I don't know if it was leather or what, because you'd think that that would rot after a time, but it was something to do with that they would get this from the shoe factory and put it in sort of a washout so it wouldn't wash out when during heavy rains. And that mound of shoe stuff was there for decades, as a
Oh wow.
preventative. And we used to
Huh.
play on it as kids.
That's crazy, isn't it?
I'll never forget that. But yeah, every year we went and did, you
Yeah,
know,
it got
there's
cold too.
multi-million-dollar houses there now.
Oh wow.
Um, After my aunt passed away, there was still 75 acres of that land. Generally the back acreage where there was a gravel pit up there. And I
Uh-huh.
remember going back up in there in the mid 90s, before it was all sold. And I even, when I was married in the 90s to my first wife, I got a couple of our Christmas trees from there. Went out there with the kids and sawed them down. And
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's
yeah,
always fun.
and we'd have a live Christmas tree. Um,
Now, do you guys have Christmas tree farms down there where you can go and pick your tree and
yeah,
cut it
there's a
down?
few. Yeah, yeah. And I've
Yeah.
seen
Okay.
it, but I mean, to get to a certain size, you got to wait years, right? You got to have a lot of acreage. Um,
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah,
got
because
the acreage. We could actually do something like that. We just haven't. We've had it growing up since 1983, and less time across the street, but it's grown up again now. It's a damn forest. Um,
that's cool.
Both of them are forest. I mean, it started out as it's pretty wild. You had smaller trees because it was in the one section I'm thinking that's really been grown up since 1983. We had cattle on it, so it was pasture land. Well, now all that is forest. Just over
Oh, wow.
time, over the decades,
Yeah.
it's been reclaimed. Um,
Yeah, the land will take over again.
yeah, but I mean, you think about grazing land; it hasn't got any trees, right? Per se. I mean, maybe around the edges
Ideally,
here or
yeah.
there, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it was pretty
Yeah,
clear. And now it started out where thorns and bushes and low scrub stuff covered up, after
mhm.
we took the cattle off. And then those little trees grew up into big trees, and it's all forest now.
Yeah.
So pretty wild. And there's some big oak trees back there. I would like to kind of wean my way in there, but I would probably wear waders to protect myself from like thorns and other stuff like that that's back in there. I don't know how navigatable it is without a machete, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you might have to have a machete and cut your way through that.
Yeah, I know there's some persimmon trees back there on one certain section, but there was some oak trees that were just humongous when I was a kid 50 years ago,
Okay.
60
Now,
years
what the
ago,
hell is what's a persimmon? Is that like similar
persimmon.
to an orange or a tangerine?
No, no, it is a fruit. Persimmon. It's got like a almost a cap on it, like a tomato,
Like
but it's on a
or a
tree.
strawberry?
And the persimmons are about golf ball size, and they're orange when ripe. They're real mushy. They're real orange. It's got a distinct. The pits are very big. The seeds, it's not a pit, but seeds in it. On full-grown persimmons are pretty big. Machete 3, Rex in action. Yes, Machete. You say it that way. I love the Machete movies. Yeah, persimmons. There's a persimmon tree not behind my land here, but on, I think, my neighbor Terry's land. It's past her back fence. I think she still owns the trees line, is still on her land. So she's got a fence, a back fence, but that's not the end of her property. It goes over on what looks like to be the church property, but it's really not, and she's got a persimmon tree back there. You do not want to get them. You want to get them when they're ripe. You don't want to get them. You do not want to get them when they're bitter, when they're not ripe, because they are bitter as all get out.
Okay.
Deers love them when they're, in, and they'll often drop down to the ground like apples,
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
And hey, Elsie, and happy birthday to your lovely wife tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
I did just say tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Tomorrow is her birthday. Yes. Happy early birthday to Susie. Yeah. Persimmons. I'm surprised you never heard of persimmon, but that's okay.
I have. I don't think I've ever had them though. I mean, I've heard of them, but I just don't think I've ever tried one.
Yeah. You definitely want to get them when they're ripe, and they're really not that great. But now you can do persimmon preserves and things like that with them too. I know people do.
Okay.
I've never seen it. I don't know that maybe when I was younger we had some, but I never much cared for it. When they're ripe, now I would pick them and eat them because there was nothing else to do while you're out playing. But I never thought they were that great.
We got. Have you ever heard of what is it? A pawpaw fruit?
Well, pawpaw tree, but not anything that was edible off of it. So it's probably a different thing than what you're talking about.
I don't know. I wasn't even aware of it. We went to an Amish little festival down around the campground years ago, and they do all the little popovers and turnovers and stuff, and they were selling them. Maybe it wasn't pawpaw. Maybe it was something else. I can't remember what it was, but I'd never heard of it before. I didn't know what it was, but they were really tasty.
Now, when you say turnovers, and they're handmade, right? They're like straight line across like a boat, but they're like kneaded together, right? With the fruit in the middle.
Yeah.
Like a hostess, like a hostess, but it's handmade.
Yeah, like the old Hostess pies, kind of, where it's kind of straight on one end and then, rounded on the other.
And rounded on the other, right. Yeah, you put that pocket in there and you knead it all. It's been long time since I made one, but yeah, you can, oh man. Oh, I really should make that. I like to cook, and like I've got a can of apples up there, pineapple. I've never tried pineapple before, but apple with pie filling would be great to do those with. All you need is like the crescent dough or something like that.
You can just use that like flaky croissant dough.
Yeah, is that the way the Amish made them? And
No,
sometimes you'll poke little holes with the fork in it so they won't blow up. A little bit, maybe.
But,
not so much.
I don't think they were using the Pillsbury Doughboy dough though. These things were, all
right
from scratch.
Oh, right. Yeah, but it's basically that consistency of dough that you use, like pie crust.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, real light and flaky and kind of,
And then, one, you can seal it with the edges of your fingers like this around the dough. But one way to do it is with a fork all the way around,
Yeah, that's how my grandma always used to do, like her pies and stuff, all the way around the edge of the pie plate. When you put the top over she would use the fork and just.
And pie strips, when you do a pie, like in a pan like that, you do the strips, the lace over it.
Oh yeah, the lattice, like on a cherry pie or a Dutch apple.
Dutch apple.
Grandma didn't do the lattices too much. She did like a whole pie, but it had like a sugar, cinnamon, something or another kind of coating over the top. Oh man, my grandma could make an apple pie that would blow your mind, bro.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I made a dump cake. Take a drink or whatever you want to do. Dump cake. I know Carrie likes me to say that. I tried. I did have some apple. It's hard to beat that apple filling. I was thinking about cherries, but cherries went up in price. I don't know. I think they were like $230 something, and they went up to $260 something. And the apples that they got were a little over $2. They were about $2 a can. I said, well, I'll just get apple. It didn't make any difference to me, although I kind of prefer cherry. Apple's great with me. And plus I've got that apple cinnamon muffin mix. I'd gotten another one of those, but now I also had cinnamon sugar. So I did cinnamon sugar with the apple, and it wasn't that bad. It's about what you would expect. And I put some extra cinnamon on top. It was good.
Yeah, there you go.
But now the apple cider, with the apples, that's pretty darn good. That apple cinnamon, that apple cider muffin mix.
Yeah.
That taste. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
Pineapple dump cake. Yeah, I made many of those. In fact, for the lady, my beautician that cuts my hair, she wants me to make her dump cakes and not pay her money. So that's what I do. And her favorite is pineapple. So I make a lot of pineapple or combination pineapple, cherry, because her husband likes cherry, so I just do pineapple cherry, not every time, but, I give him one. I've got some blueberries in there too, frozen blueberries, which would be a good combo with the pineapple, I think. There's only been one I tried with the sort of pitted dates that has been really dry, she said. That was not, because there wasn't a lot of moisture. I tried the dates and it didn't quite work. So I've had some duds. I have had some duds,
Yeah, I've never been.
But you don't know till you try.
I mean, dates are okay, but I've never been a big fan.
And if you do mandarin oranges, I don't care if you dump a whole bunch in there. They condense down. They're small to begin with, and they're just not very flavorful.
Yeah, they kind of.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and you can do. I used to do a lot of peach. It's not really peach cobbler, but it's kind of peach cobbler like. As far as having the peaches and the juice. But yeah, a good cobbler with that
Yeah, see, I'm not a big
undercrust,
fan of big
that
fan of peach.
undercrust that's like almost like a dumpling. Oh, woo,
Hmm.
with that
Yeah,
sweet
I prefer
peach taste.
I
Good
prefer
stuff.
a nice cherry cobbler, but
Oh, do you? You rarely see cherry cobbler. I mean, even at
yeah,
buffets. I
no,
mean,
hmm
I've
yeah,
seen
peach
it,
is the
and
big
I
one,
think
but
that's probably
I'm
the
not big
cost
on
of the cherries, though. But
probably,
yeah.
but yeah, I don't know. I
Now,
just
one
don't
I've
like the
seen.
texture of peaches. The
Mhm,
consistency. I'm not big on that.
you're not. Wow, what's wrong with you?
I'm never been a
Each
big
his
fan
own.
of the peach. I like apricots. I like plums. But
Mhm.
peaches, I just not. They're too soft and kind of like
Well, a lot of
slimy when
people
you
don't
bite
like
them.
blackberry or what's the other one? Raspberry. But now I see
Oh, see.
blackberry cobblers, at like buffet type
And
thing.
raspberry. Yeah, and raspberry.
Yeah. Well, around here I haven't seen any raspberry, but I mean, it's basically would be the same thing. Yeah, as blackberry. I think
Yeah,
blackberries might a
pretty
little
much.
bit big. You know, a lot of seeds.
Uh,
You know, a
yeah,
lot
but
of
they're
seeds.
those little tiny seeds.
Kind of like a kiwi. You can't take all the seeds
Mm,
out of a kiwi, out of the center of the
oh hell
kiwi.
no! It's like
Yeah.
you wouldn't have nothing left by the time you got all the seeds out.
Yeah. Now you can like dehydrate strawberries, but never, or no, you can freeze dry strawberries, but I've not seen dehydrated because when you do, they shrivel up into a bag of seeds because the seeds are on the outside. Not
Oh
very
right,
tasty
right,
at
right.
all. Yeah. I wouldn't recommend it.
Mm,
Nope. Wouldn't recommend it at
yeah,
all. I've done it. It's not very good. Just a
yeah, it
bag of
doesn't sound
seeds.
like great.
Yeah. Cherry cobbler for Shadowhawk. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, when we were kids, I always went for the cherry pie, and my brother always preferred apple. Now it really doesn't matter to me, but yeah, I like cherry. Maybe it's
Yeah,
because red's my favorite color. I don't know. We just had to be different. I don't know. I enjoy
I don't. I
both.
I don't. Yeah, I always like both too, but I did tend to go cherry first, and then especially
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, because Grandma would make both. I'd do a slice of cherry pie first, and then come back for the apple. You know.
Oh,
So,
there you go. Best of both worlds. I mean,
yeah.
I'm more of a pie person anyway now than like a sweet eat candy bar or moon pies or something like that. I would rather have something baked like a pie. Uh, there's certain cakes I like carrot cake, but
Mm,
I mean, I would prefer pie to tell you the truth. If I was stranded on a island and you could have a choice of cake or pie, I'd say, yeah, give me some pies because I just like I guess the texture or the consistency of that better. Maybe bigger, more
right.
fruit,
But
fruitier.
now,
I don't know.
now you don't like coconut though, right? Rex? Did you say you don't like coconut? Or
Uh, well, I like some coconut. Yeah, I like it. I
oh,
usually you
okay.
get that at weddings because it's a white cake, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. But I like that nice coconut cream pie, boy. Oh, that's good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that was a big thing on Gilligan's Island. That was Gilligan's favorite, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Coconut cream
Yeah.
pie, and Mary and all them were trying to make him
Mm,
pies.
Yeah. Yeah. Marianne was always making uh,
Uh,
uh, goddamn coconut cream pies. Yeah.
they were trying to get him to his vote or sway him in on one episode where both of them were making him pies, or she made him a pie and the other girl did something else for him. I can't remember, but
Yeah. I can't.
yeah,
Yeah. I don't remember exactly, but
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I like those frozen, those cheap pet pies. I love those. Oh my God. They're probably
Oh,
not
like
that great for you.
the
I don't
little
even see
the
them
little mini
anymore,
ones.
hardly. Yeah, the
Was
little
that
bitty
like the
ones.
little?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are good, dude.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got in that, you have the graham cracker crust bottom. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm, good stuff.
Gotta like that.
Finished, Carrie says, finished reading Beacon by Matthew uh, Crick. I think Doc said that's how you say his last name.
Was it Crack or Creek?
Creek,
I've been calling them. I've been calling them
whatever. I
Creek.
mean,
So
quick
I
read
don't.
but enjoyable. A good taster for his current campaign on Kickstarter. Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Oh, coconut cream pie. Woohoo! Yeah.
Well, Apex is a
Yeah,
fan.
Apex like that. Yeah. Well, Apex will often, before we start the Rex Hex and Apex show or something like that, he'll have a dessert, or sometimes he'll make it like when the Good Stuffs came out with their cookbook. He actually made that oven baked apple dessert that they had in the book, and he ate it in front of us. The man has no shame at eating in front of you something very delicious looking. He often gets breakfast and eats it in front of us before we go online. So then they are ready to go on a stream with our tongues hanging out, and we can do nothing about it because we have to go on. It's not like we can go in there and cook it something to eat. So yeah, his etiquette is not that great. When it comes to that. Feature Friday to end this month will be Kurt Swan, because we already did Bernie Wrightson toward his birthday. Sorry, folks. Then we're doing, going into December, Todd McFarlane, Jim Aparo, Dave Stevens, and George Perez, and hopefully we can get Dr. Mass Retro Elixir to come on some of those days and look at that stuff for us. One artist I'm adamant to do in January is Brian Bolland. Love his stuff. Oh, Mike Zeck would be a good one. Yeah. Some of those old school people. Put him down here. Because I know Shadow likes Mike Zeck. Mike Zeck's great. Apex says oven apple dessert was a great breakfast treat. Coconut ice cream pie or ice cream is nice. Do you like coconut ice cream, Shadowhawk?
Yeah, I like pretty much anything coconut. I like a nice Melons bar. It's a snack.
Well, some
dark
people
chocolate.
put shredded coconut in ambrosia, or some people call it fruit salad. Do you like it in your ambrosia?
Yep.
Ambrosia is one of my faves. If you do it right, it's one of my favorite desserts. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's sweet but light. You got the fruit in there. It's good stuff.
Apex says I wish Dave Stevens were alive to come on the 4 o'clock shadow. Absolutely. You talk about some cheesecake. Awesome. Yeah. If you talk about some cheesecake, do they make a coconut cheesecake? I guess they would. I bet they could.
I don't know if I've ever tried one, but I imagine they would. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever tried a
kiwi lime, don't they? Don't they make kiwi lime? I've seen chocolate. I've seen raspberry.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of different types of cheesecake.
Strawberry.
I just don't know if I've seen coconut or not. That's a good question.
I guess if it's a fruit, you could. Fruit. Coconut is a nut. Duh. Right.
I guess so. I'm not.
It's a nut. Coconut is a nut.
Okay, you say so.
Isn't it? It's not a vegetable. It's not a fruit.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not.
It's all in the name, isn't it? Coconut.
Well, yeah, but nuts are technically seeds, right? So if you don't harvest them, then they go. If they get into the ground, then you get a new tree. So is that how it works with coconuts? I don't know.
I don't know. The one thing I tried with a coconut, and I told you this before, and we use coconut milk to suspend everything in. We tried to clone a carrot in biology, or we did. I did for a science project. Yeah.
Right.
I got
Okay.
mold on the Petri dishes. I got mold.
Oh.
Yeah, that's all. You can make cheesecake the regular way and pour melted chocolate with coconut in it as the topping.
Oh, yeah, that would be good, Gary. Oh, yeah. That sounds
Oh
real
yeah,
good.
that would work. Best combination ever. Yeah, that'd be like
Yeah.
Mound's cheesecake.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was
Sometimes
just
you feel
thinking.
like
Like,
a
oh,
nut.
yeah,
Sometimes you don't.
I
Always
could go for
didn't
that.
feel like a. I like almonds, but I like the dark chocolate over the milk chocolate when it comes to Almond Joy or Mounds. Do you have that over
Yeah.
there, Carrie? Do you have Almond Joy or Mounds over there in the UK? Because sometimes
Oh,
they
that's a
have
good
our
question.
candy, sometimes they don't,
Right.
or they got knockoffs under different brand names. You know,
Yeah, they
like I
might
know
have
they
like
get some of the Reese's, and they've got their sort of M and M's over there, but they've also got their replacement M and M's over there.
oh, okay.
Yeah, and of course they got a big Cadbury. Cadbury is their big chocolate over there. Big
Oh, yeah.
Cadbury factories over there. I have seen coconut topping on cheesecake, says Apex.
Oh, okay.
Don't know
Cool.
what either is unless they are named different. Okay. Well, they're candy bars. And the Mounds is a nougaty, chewy, not really chewy, but
Little bit.
nougaty, sticky coconut with dark chocolate over it. And the Mounds is coconut with an almond in the middle and
No,
chocolate,
that's the almond. That's the
milk
almond joy.
chocolate over that, not dark chocolate, but milk chocolate.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
almond joy.
that's an Almond Joy. And then one's called
Yeah.
Mounds, and they're made by the same people. I always
Yep.
prefer the dark chocolate and it, usually if I splurge on a candy bar just for the sake of getting some dark chocolate, which is good for you, you know, has some health benefits, although I don't think and then coconut too. Coconut's got to have benefits for you, you know, even in a candy bar, you know. I mean, it's not the healthiest thing to eat, but it's, you know, I would think some coconut is better than other nut, you know, not, you know, it's the sugar that gets you. We have a chocolate bar with coconut inside, comes with milk or dark chocolate. We call them bounties. Wow.
Ooh. Okay. So yeah, it
Bounties.
sounds pretty much like the same kind of candy, Carrie.
Yeah. Love your new icon picture, by the way. She's very photogenic.
Yes.
You know, even I could look good if I run my image through AI. I'm not saying you did. I'm just joking. Even Shadowhawk could look good if we ran his image through. Well, maybe not. I retract that.
That's
Anyway, you broke the AI. You might be the solution to no AI in our future. Kind of like the breaking of the mirror, 7 years bad luck. Anyway, Milky Way bars, and I have a gooey nougat. I think that's what it type covered in chocolate. Yeah, we have Milky Way bars here. Yeah. Oh, thank you. It's not it's not
good.
AI. It's a selfie I took it for going out. Yeah. For going out. So is that your date picture? Is that what you're telling us? That's the picture you send the men to get a date with? Am I misreading that, Shadowhawk?
I don't know. I don't know exactly.
Says I love Mounds. And we know that. Yeah. Well, I'm going to sit here till I get an answer to that, young lady. Carrie is naturally photogenic, no AI involved. Absolutely, Apex. Yeah.
Yes.
She's got both of us old codgers beat. But it didn't take much. So,
yeah,
Bone in the house.
Bone. Hey,
Sometimes you
Bo,
feel
good to
like
see you,
nutting,
buddy.
sometimes you don't.
Home enjoys goodness.
I
Mountain Dew.
went to live music. Only males coming near me has 4 legs and a tail. What if I dressed up and cosplayed and crawled around on my fours? Would that count? Uh, I've actually been watching somebody do that in The Wizard of Oz. You know, if I were king of the forest. You know, that was the last
Oh my.
musical number in The Wizard of Oz.
Oh really?
There
I
were
didn't know
supposed to be others. You know, the guards were supposed to have a musical number, but
that.
certain things were cut out. You know,
Well,
the
they had
oh
the
we oh
oh we oh
oh
we. Yeah,
yeah, they
that.
actually were going to have a musical number, but it was cut out. And then there was the famous Jitterbug, you know, where they're doing this and they're dancing with the trees and stuff.
Oh,
Um,
I
that
didn't.
got cut. That got cut out because they didn't want to kind of date the movie, you know.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, and you wouldn't have wanted in there just for dramatic reasons, because those. I mean, the way they cut it was perfect. Which scared me. Flying monkeys scared me for years. You know, I mean, after a few showings, yeah, I got used to it. But it, to a young kid, you see The Wizard of Oz, you're going to be kind of scared. You know, I'm sorry, but I'll get you a little dog too.
Oh yeah,
Dark
I was
chocolate.
spooked the first time I watched it.
There's Mike Walters. Thank you, Mike, for coming in. Appreciate
Hey,
that. I
Mike.
had fun last night. And I will be just for you late people coming in late, I will be on with Mike in December on the very first day of winter, December 21st. We are over a month away from winter, but hopefully this warming trend will continue as it, I mean, so it's been fairly decent up there where you're at, Shadow, because you're going to feel like winter way before we do down here.
Saturday. Um, and then Sunday it dropped back down again, got pretty cold. Today it was, like I said, about a high of about 40.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, that is cool. So what's your lows been?
it
About
was
20s?
cold.
Now,
When we had was it 2 weeks ago, we got hit on the weekend with that snowstorm. It went down to about 25.
yeah. Now, what do you run your water to keep your water from freezing?
Not normally. I mean, if it gets super, like, down into the, single digits or something like that, we'll crack a tap around the house. But I'm in an old brick farmhouse, so the pipes are, they don't really
Well
freeze up in
insulated.
here.
Well, that's cool
Mm-hmm.
because I mean, around here, everybody runs their water because our pipes aren't insulated enough, really.
Yeah, and you guys, you really don't get that much cold weather where you got to worry about insulating them too much, So
Apex said flying monkeys freaked me out as a kid.
oh yeah, they freak me out too, man.
Yeah. You know, they only had about 20 actual, and the rest of them are like rubber.
Mm-hmm.
Made out of rubber.
Well, dude, when they
Make them look like they got a whole army.
That first time I saw the scene where they land and they rip the scarecrow to shreds, dude, they're just
yeah.
Like, dude, that scared the living shit out of me as a kid.
They took my legs and they threw them over there. And they took my arm and threw it over there. It's like, well, the Tin Man says, well, that's you all over the place. And and then the lion's got a line, there's comedy within it.
Mm-hmm.
Something about stuffing him back together or something, but, yeah, for the flying monkeys, they used, jockeys and some of the Munchkin people. for the 20,
Mhm.
but they had some jockeys from that local area out there in California
Oh, that's cool.
because they're
But you know
smaller
what? There's a
statured
scene
guys,
in
you know.
there too. No, nobody seems to remember it, and I think it's been cut by now. But in one of the original versions, when they're going through the scary forest on their way to the witch's castle or whatever, the Tin Man actually has a revolver.
Oh yeah, yes,
Yeah.
and the lion's got like a knife, and then they got a spray can, you know, like one of those
Oh
exterminating.
yeah, one of
Yeah,
those. Yeah.
yeah, and he's got a big wrench, the Tin Man, along with his axe. But it's just that one scene, and then it goes away, and there's no explanation where the big net or any of that went. But yeah, the Scarecrow's got this silver gun pistol.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Everybody seems to forget about that.
Yeah, I mean it just went away. You know, they had it in that one scene. It's gone. There's one scene where you can see that she's not wearing the ruby slippers, where she's got like black loafers on. It's just real
Oh,
quick,
really?
and I didn't even catch it. Most people don't catch it, but on the commentary, it tells you where it's at, and you can look. But by the time he said something, it was gone. I can't back it up, so I can now because I took this TV and put it up in my bedroom, and that's where I binge watch the Strange. You know, so now I've got a TV that works in my bedroom again.
Oh, well, that's cool.
I've been probably a year without one up there. I've just been roughing it, but the nefarious Munchkins, yeah,
Hard
yeah.
drinking little.
It's I love commentaries and finding out, you know, the way they did things. And you know, when the flying monkeys pick Dorothy up and fly away with her up in the sky,
Uh-huh.
that's not Judy Garland. That's her double, who is at the first of the movie, is the one that opens the door. And then when it goes to Technicolor, she steps through with her colored dress because they were dressed differently. One for the sepia. It was shot in black and white, and then they put that sort of chocolate brown sepia tone
Yeah.
over it, which is so cool. Yeah. But that is her stunt double that goes up in the air. And that actress is the last living actress. She's 106 years old. She's still alive.
Oh, wow.
Her Dorothy's double that opens the door at the beginning, and it's the one that's
Uh-huh.
carried off by the flying monkeys into the sky. She's still alive, 106 years old.
Wow.
Last living person to have worked on Wizard of Oz. 106 years old. Wow. She must have slept with the wizard or something. Got some magic
I
pixie
guess.
dust or something.
I'll tell you what, I can't even contemplate living another 50 years at this point.
Does that track? Wait a minute. Another 50 years? Yeah, maybe.
Pretty
Yeah.
close.
Pretty close. Yeah. Yeah.
48 or so.
Yeah. I just want to live
please.
old enough to still say, I never made it without biting. Ask Mr. Al. Or Petridge Farm remembers. There's certain people, Shelby Robertson, he likes me to say that. He gets me to say that every now and then. Or what about those two guys that had wine coolers? You remember was on the front porch with the hats? And, yeah. I forget what their bit was, but yeah, commercials used to be catchy. Yeah. Well, that's when wine coolers were really hitting the market and were kind of being known for the very first time and being marketed more broadly. Yeah.
Yeah, like the 80s and 90s, like right around the mid 80s, man, wine coolers really took off.
Oh, yeah. Big time. That's when I started that and Zima and all those other wild kind of drinks, you know, daiquiri type stuff coming in. Yeah.
I told the story before. We used to get the plain Zimas, And then
Uh-huh.
you know how they make the rectangular Jolly Ranchers, the little individual
Oh
pieces
yeah.
in the bag,
Mm-hmm.
and you would pop a couple of those down in each one of your Zimas and do a watermelon, a sour apple, a grape one, blah blah blah, and just put them back in the fridge for about 30 minutes, and all that Jolly Rancher flavor would like come out into the Zimas. It was really good.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I ever tried that, but I remember you don't ever want to put a Mento in a Coca-Cola can.
No, yes, that's good. It's a bad idea.
Yeah. It actually kind of overflows and explodes like a Mount St. Helens, from what I've
Yeah,
seen
if you
on.
drop a couple into a 2 liter bottle and then seal the lid and shake it up, that fucking thing will take off like a rocket, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Will it blow the cap off? I guess it
Yeah,
blows the cap off, right? Yeah.
yeah. The pressure gets so, and then once that cap comes off,
Mm-hmm.
it's like rocket fuel, man. The thing just takes off.
Yeah. I know it's a chemical reaction, but what's in a Mento that would do that to Coke?
It's something to do with the mint, I guess, with the cola and
Mm-hmm. And
the
the
carbonated.
carbonation, yeah.
Yeah,
It ramps up the carbonation, I guess.
I guess so. Yeah, it must like
Yeah.
turbo boost it or something.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're
I
gonna get
never have
out of here
gotten.
earlier and show Mercy on Shadowhawk before he totally
Oh,
falls
thank you.
apart on us, like the Scarecrow.
And my leg was over there, and my arms were over there.
Well, I mean, he must have been standing on set, with the maybe built down, because this part is real from
Right.
here up, because he ain't got a body. It's all just like clothing with a little bit of hay, because they
Yeah,
really did. Yeah.
they probably just dug a hole, had him, sit down in the hole, and then
Yeah.
put the clothes around him and stuff. But,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
I don't know.
imagine, though, it was a raised platform where he could you stand, and not have to, like, because it would be uncomfortable to sit like this with your legs out, and an L shape
Yeah.
for any length of time. And they were talking about the intensity of the lights were so hot and on all the time. It's amazing. They actually got so many lights, and even had a little generator so that they would have enough lights to run everything, to light like the Emerald City. And a lot of the effects within the Emerald City is blown glass to make it look like jewels and stuff. It was actually glass.
Oh, yeah.
Nowadays they'd make that stuff out of something else, cheaper
Yeah, plastic. Yeah,
material.
it'd be just
But yeah,
molded plastic, probably.
yeah, you could probably get the same sheen on the plastic. Yeah, they
Mm.
had to do, the lighting when the witch, Glinda the Good Witch, the orb that shows up is superimposed and, comes and shrinks and gets bigger and flies away and stuff a couple times. That was a glass bowl or a glass orb that they lit with 4 lights that were kind of like spinning or something. And it took them like 2 weeks to figure that out. Just that part. Because effects were rarely used, especially with Technicolor. That's where, because it was all in color. That's where a lot of the effects, like the wizard's head, that doesn't even look like Frank, the actor that played the Wizard of Oz, the wizard, among others. He had
right.
six.
Yeah.
He had 6 rows in that movie. 6 rows.
Yeah, wasn't he
In the Wizard of
the
Oz.
same guy that answered the door too? Wasn't he the one?
Yep, he was the doorman. He was the coachman that took them in the horse ride with the horse of many colors. They had, their EPA or whatever. They had the equivalent because of the animal people come out, because they use like a combination of food dye and like Jello, dyes or whatever that they use for stuff like that, because they dyed the horse yellow, purple, red.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a lens optical thing. It's a practical thing. They actually dyed the horse several times.
Crazy.
Yeah, on that one little
Oh,
trip.
dude, here's an interesting bit of trivia
Look, he
for you,
go.
and I wish I knew where it was. I missed the
Mhm.
location, but Billy Tucci was on with uh, Katie did Friday,
Mm-hmm.
and he was talking about Frankenstein a little bit. Apparently, he enjoyed the movie too. But cool piece of trivia was Mel Brooks ended up buying like 90% of the original Frankenstein set for when he did Young Frankenstein. All that stuff is like the same props that Universal made years before. And
Wow.
Mel
Did he
Brooks
buy it
bought
straight
it
from
all.
Universal then, or
Yeah,
you
he
don't know?
bought it straight off the
Really?
Universal to use in his movie. And then
I'm really
after they
surprised that
did,
stuff was still around anywhere.
well, here's the cool part. After Young Frankenstein was done filming, instead
Mm-hmm.
of that stuff being mothballed again or destroyed or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
um, some dude actually made Mel Brooks an offer, bought all of it off of him, and now he's got a bar that he runs, and I think it's in New York somewhere. I'm not sure, but Billy's a New Yorker. But when you walk in the bar, it's got all the original props from the original Frankenstein movie throughout this
Wow.
bar. So you actually sit there and have drinks basically in Dr. Frankenstein's lap.
That's wild. That's
Isn't
wild.
that cool?
That is
I
cool.
gotta go there. I gotta
I
hit
wouldn't
that
have
bar at
thought
least
much.
once.
That thing wasn't even a thing hardly then, collecting stuff for the movies. I know they kept
No, yeah.
movie props. And now one story, and I believe it's true, he plays a sort of charlatan at the first. Dorothy runs away for a short period of time. She reads the crystal ball. It says Annie
Oh, that's
M's,
right. He's the balloon guy too.
the balloon guy. Yeah. Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
he's the
yeah.
wizard. Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, he had like 5 or 6 different roles.
Well, he was the wizard in the heavy makeup, in the ore. I mean, and they had to have a fireman on hand because, they said that it was catching on fire from time to time,
Oh
They
shit.
actually had a couple of fires they had to put out.
So
But yeah,
that ain't good.
I can't even tell his face. It's so heavily made up with that big green head, alien
Yeah.
looking thing, it doesn't even look like him. Uh, but yeah, he had 6 different roles in that movie. But the jacket he wore as that character at the beginning of the movie, it was bought at like a thrift store, right?
Okay.
Just the second, nothing special to go in movies, from MGM, I guess. And the jacket he wore, he reached into the pocket, and in there was a tag or something, a thing saying that it was owned by Frank M. Baum, the writer of The
Oh
Wizard of
wow.
Oz. And his
Yeah.
wife
Oh,
confirmed that, yes, that used to be his jacket. So even if it's not a true story, it should be, tribute to the
that's
writer.
pretty cool.
But
Yeah.
yeah, that was his jacket, supposedly, that he
I
wore
think
just by circumstance.
I think it's L. Frank Baum Rex.
Okay, well,
I think.
I get it wrong. It could be
Yeah. No big
Edgar
deal.
Rice Burroughs for all I know. But yeah,
Oh no, he couldn't.
yeah. Oh no, it couldn't be H.G. Wells then.
No.
Jules Verne?
No.
No. That's a hard no with a big N.
He's not on. He's not on any of those guys' levels. So don't get me wrong. Wizard of Oz is a great story, but
Yeah.
not compared to those guys.
Well, I'm sure he was. I don't know when he died, but I'm sure he was alive when the movie was, first made in the movie series in silent movies. But by the time 1939 rolled around, I think he was already passed away. But so we never got to see that. But yeah, it's like on the number 1 list it's probably the number 1 musical. I guess thinking about it, that's probably my favorite musical out of all musicals. And Somewhere Over the Rainbow almost didn't make the cut. They had to really fight to keep that in there. Yeah. And
wow.
I mean, there's a lot of ins and outs on that movie, you know, things that were cut that wasn't in there. That, you know, it was quite a production. If you think about it, they had makeup artists galore on that, doing all kinds of stuff, you know, and costuming. Look at all the people that's in the Emerald City. Look at all the Munchkins. There was 124 of them, I think.
Really? There was that many?
All over the country. There's on the commentary, there's one guy, he's like, I'd never seen another short person before. And here I am in a line in a room full, you know. He said it was very exciting, you know, to be able to do that. To bolster their numbers, where they've got some Munchkins hanging out of little windows in the houses as they're walking around and singing around the set, you know. Those are actual children that they put and just in costume and just kind of had in the windows to make it look like there was more, because they originally wanted to have 200 Munchkins and they came up with like 124 from all over the country.
Oh, that's pretty wild. So what, they put like little fake mustaches and shit on the kids so they would look, you know, probably.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And there's only two when she goes to the coach and they present her with something. Those are the only two actual voices from the Munchkins. All the rest of the Munchkin dialogue, the mayor and the coroner, you know, that certifies that the witch is dead and all that is all dubbed. It's all dubbed by voice actors. And they lip sync.
Even the Lollipop Guild song and
all
everything.
Lip sync, all Milli Vanilli lip synced. Everybody does. And the ballerinas that come out and dance and sing, we are, yeah. But the Lollipop Kids are all, we are Lollipop Kids, Lollipop Kids.
When the time for you, so much can play.
Exactly. At the first of it, the one guy, before you know who he is, he comes out of the sewer, the manhole.
Oh,
you remember that? He pops up out of the manhole. I don't know what he was doing down there, but apparently even in Munchkin Land, they got sewers.
Well, you know, everybody needs plumbing.
Yeah. I just like finding out about the thing. Like they had these Art Deco, like lily pads on the water there in Munchkin Land. One of those is in one of the Tarzan movies. One of the Johnny Weissmuller from 1939, that same year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Reused, you know. They called them Art Deco lily pads. And I'm like, yeah, they were design-wise. I mean, I guess Art Deco was kind of the thing even in 1939, I suppose. I thought that was more of a 20s thing.
Well, I think it lasted like from the 20s until like the early, well, maybe mid 30s, something like that. It was a big, you know, design craze for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just like hearing those behind the scenes facts, and I wonder if, I bet you will hear the news when the last living, when the woman who's 106 finally passes away. That'll be in the news. You'll hear it somewhere probably, because that's, you know.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
That's kind of, I mean, I can't believe anybody who is still living in, you know, from 1939 that was in that movie, unless they were extremely young.
Yeah, I mean, that's surprising. She must have been very young when she filmed that, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I mean, if she was a double, she was probably about 16 herself. You know,
right. Still, wow.
I don't know. She could have been a little older, a little younger, you know, but she was about the build. You can't really tell it's not Judy Garland from behind, really.
Right. Yeah, I never realized that she had a double in that movie.
Yeah, in a couple of spots there when she's flown off by the monkeys, and when, you know, what a trick, man! Because for the black and white, she had to be dressed to show up on film a certain way in certain color dress, right? Well, for Technicolor, you wanted the dress color that's, for Technicolor. So, yeah, she's the one that opens the door, and then Judy Garland goes into and wow, yeah, that's still, as a kid, it's like, whoa, didn't see that coming,
Yeah.
I always waited for that moment. It was almost like in King Kong, I was waiting for the Stegosaurus when they kill he charges and they shoot him dead. I always waited for that moment. In Wizard of Oz, it was like, yeah, let's get past this farm stuff and get to the color stuff. That's when it really exciting, when the witches come and the munchkins and the Trek starts.
And hail to the Ninja Janko in the chat, and welcome to Saboteur Comics. Hail.
Hail to you. Absolutely. Yeah. I know we're not on as the most convenient time. We usually during people's dinner time, but can't help that. It is what it is. We're fastly approaching 1,300 episodes, Shadow.
Yeah, crazy.
I mean, next week we'll be celebrating 1,300 episodes.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah.
And I will be celebrating a 4-day weekend. Not next weekend, but the weekend. I'm off the 28th. No, the 27th, the 28th. The whole from Thanksgiving until the following Monday, I'm off. So that'll be nice.
I'm looking to see if I won't find it because I'm in December. Christmas. Jeez. Okay. So you said the 27th. Yeah, Thanksgiving. That's Thursday. And so you got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off, right?
Yep. And then I go back on Monday. So that'll be a nice little break.
And to December, because Monday will be December 1st.
Yep.
Because there's only 30 days this month. Only 30 days.
Yeah. And in December, I only work until the 23rd. And then I'm off from the 23rd until like the 3rd of January.
Oh, so wow.
That'll be a nice break as well. It works out to, I think, like a week and a half.
Do you go back on the 3rd?
Yeah, either the 2nd or the 3rd. I can't remember which.
Okay, so that's about 11 or 12 days off.
Yeah.
Something like
so
that.
That's not bad. Yeah, the only bad part is they only pay us for a certain amount of the days that are covered.
Oh, yeah.
So we have to use vacation or sick time to make up for those other days if you want a full paycheck. So I always end up having to save like 3 vacation days for the end of the year just to use, so I don't have a really bad paycheck come January 1st.
Right. Yeah. Apex says, what day is episode 1,300? Good question. That will be Tuesday, Texas Dave Day.
Tuesday,
so hopefully you'll be able to join it. Yeah. And Apex, if you want me to send you the link for that, you more than welcome to come in. Absolutely, positively. Well, Shadow, you might think about something special we want to do on our 1,300th episode.
I will try, my friend.
Okay.
Let me see
what that mighty brain power to work.
Yes, let me see what I can come up with.
Yeah, because you'll be coming up. Let's see. You won't say you're taking off the 26th the next day? 26th?
No, the 27th.
You're taking off 27, 28. Got it.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're taking off Thanksgiving Day. Okay.
Yeah. And actually, those are both paid. I don't have to take them off. Those are paid holidays. So that's cool.
Okay.
It's just over that little extra long Christmas into New Year's break. I got to use, some of my own vacation time just to supplement my check.
Well, 2 days prior to Thanksgiving will be our 1,300th episode, and we are very thankful. Had to go upload my guns today because this contractor is driving me crazy. Laugh out loud.
Hey, okay, already.
You know, I always thought LOL was lots of love. Could double
Well,
for laugh out loud or lots of love. But
sure, yeah, I suppose.
yeah. Is it both? Okay. Do you understand it as both? Because I think most people just think it's laugh out loud and not lots of love.
Uh, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe because I'm old school, kind of like you, and I had to get used to all the, shortened shit with the text
Yeah.
language and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like pretty much either way on that one too.
Sometimes it's
That
like
was,
reading Braille. I'm like, what the hell?
what's it? That's what's the
Oh,
LMA
lots of
LMAFO?
lube. Lots of lube. Thank you, pal,
Lots of
for
lists.
setting me straight.
Laughing my ass up, rolling on the floor or whatever. Like it took me like a couple of years to figure out what the hell that was supposed to be. I'm like, what?
You
What does
gonna
that
do
mean?
ham and turkey for Thanksgiving this year?
No, we're doing Cornish hens, and
yeah.
we're gonna do a nice green bean casserole. We're gonna do some nice candied yams, and I'm not sure what else we're gonna do.
Are you gonna put the French onions? You know, the crunchy onions over the green bean?
Yeah.
I was never a big green bean casserole person. I just wasn't. You know.
See, Mama Huck's not that big on it either, but me and the girls love it, and we haven't had it in like 2
Do you do
2 years.
cranberry?
Oh yeah. I like to do get the fresh cranberries and make my own cranberry jelly sauce stuff. I haven't done it in a couple of years, so I don't know. I might. It depends how I feel.
Yeah.
But
I know last year I got sort of my turkey and ham and stuff from Mom. They give her way too much, and she always packaged that stuff up and I bring it home. So that's where mine came from last year. I think I had some ham anyway, or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
it's not Thanksgiving to me without turkey. That's the one year I love to eat turkey.
You ever had Cornish hen? They're really good. It's like
have I ever had what?
A Cornish hen, the little baby chickens.
No, I haven't, but I know what they look like, and yeah.
Oh, dude,
I hear they're awesome.
We make those. Yeah, we make those, and I'll make stuffing like in a casserole dish on the side, because they're too small to really stuff.
Yeah.
But
I've had
little babies are great.
I've had dove breast. That's good.
Yeah, those are tiny, bro.
They are though. There's and the my brother-in-law at the time made them up, and it still had buckshot in it.
Yeah.
So you had to be careful,
My buddy down in Texas suckered me out into waking up early in the morning and going dove hunting with him one time, and we bagged a bunch of them little goddamn things. And by the time we got home and got them cleaned and everything, it was like a 20-piece order of chicken nuggets. It was fucking ridiculous.
It takes a bunch of them to make a meal. Yeah. Pal Rider says we had stuffed Cornish hens for everyone on Thanksgiving. Cool.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, that's what we're doing this year, pal.
So there are people that stuff the hens, even though they're smaller, like a turkey.
I mean, I guess, but I mean, you could probably only get a couple of tablespoons of stuffing in that little guy.
The days of using everything are gone, but I remember my grandmother would use the turkey neck bone. She would use the giblet for giblet gravy. She would use everything.
Oh, dude, yeah. I use the liver, the heart, the gizzards, the neck, all that stuff. I cook that separately in a little like a fry pan. I'll roast it in the oven, salt it and pepper it real good, and then I strip all that stuff down to just little bitty pieces. And then I mix all that meat into my stuffing.
Yeah. A lot of people do that. Yeah. Or make gravy,
It's good.
Yeah. Now, do you do turkey gravy, I guess?
Yeah.
See, that's what I get. The bread. What kind of bread do you have? with your Thanksgiving? Rolls?
Uh,
Rolls are the best.
yeah,
Oh,
a lot of times we do like the brown and serve, the little dinner rolls.
oh yeah, yeah.
Um,
That's the
or,
quickie. Yeah.
yeah, or Mama and Uncle get like the little Hawaiian rolls, and we'll do like a spinach dip or something, as an appetizer.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I don't normally use just like regular bread with like you know special dinners. I'll buy like a nice French bread or Italian bread or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Or sourdough would be cool too.
Sourdough would
Uh,
be good. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Apex has a free turkey from work in the freezer. He says, Pale Rider says our contribution to Thanksgiving this year is pot roast and catfish cornbread. Oh, or crawfish. Sorry, not catfish,
Oh,
but
dude,
crawfish
that
cornbread.
sounds
Never
that
had
sounds
that,
awesome.
but cornbread's great. And pot roast.
Crawfish
Oh
is
my God.
spectacular.
Woo, good
I
pot
love
roast.
I love
That's on my
crawfish is one of my
favorites list.
favorite things.
That's in my top 5. The good pot roast, slow cooked with that
Oh yeah.
drizzle. Man, give me some
Mm,
bread and just give me the drippings, the oil. That's probably high calorie. It's bad for you, but oh, it's so good.
probably,
Oh my, yeah,
but it is good.
it is good. Sop that up with bread. Oh my God, I could just
All
about drink
right.
that stuff.
Well, let's wrap this baby up, dude. I'm pretty beat today.
Take it. Yeah, we
Hey,
get
well,
talking food
we
again.
love you.
Yeah, but I did want to know about your Thanksgiving.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah,
And I
because
will let you
Cornish
know as
hens is
we.
kind of fancy. Do you get it? Aren't those kind of high though? I mean, for what you get?
No, they're not that bad. They're like I think
Yeah.
Mama Hawk paid like $3.99 a piece for them this year.
Well, you are wanting me to end that. You sent a mosquito over here, and it's a big one, and I didn't get it.
Attack. No.
And I'm telling you, man, it's like, where'd you come from? I can't take a break, man. They're like, you killed trillions of us this year. We're out to get you. That's the irony.
Yeah,
I kill all these bugs, and I come home, and there's always the one lying in wait, to nip me, especially when I go to bed.
trying to take
Fly
you out,
down and
man.
get you right on the forehead or the nose. Anyway, Apex says good night. A pot roast, stuffing, and real cranberries. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Mm-hmm. Now that
All
we're
right.
sufficiently hungry, keep collecting. We'll see you tomorrow
Hey, hello. We love you.
in grand fashion.